Hey, church family, friends, here we are in Daniel chapter 3, and we're going to kind of round out the chapter, verses 24 to the end. And what we're going to see is that God takes care of his people. Here's just get us here again, right? So Nebuchadnezzar set up this golden image, and Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they refuse to worship it. So the Chaldeans come against them. They go to Nebuchadnezzar. They say, hey, those guys, they're not really worshiping you. And so Nebuchadnezzar, he's mad, and he goes to him. He says, look, I'm going to give you one last chance, and if you don't worship my image, I'm going to throw you into the furnace. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're like, look, we follow God. He can take care of us. Even if he doesn't, we're still not going to worship. And so they're bound, they're tied up, they're tossed into the furnace. And that's today, right? So just think about, before we read today, you might know the story, the way it ends. God saves them, right? That it's pretty popular. But just think, they didn't know this was going to happen. And still they refused to follow. So today then, we look at the way it falls out, verse 24. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he rose up in haste. And he declared to his counselors, he said, did we not cast 3 men bound into fire? And they said to the king, true, O king. And he answered and said, but I see 4 men unbound walking in the midst of the fire, and they're not hurt. And the appearance of the 4th man is like a son of the gods. And so what do we see? It plays out and turns out Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as you read through the remainder, they don't even smell like fire. They're not burnt. They're not destroyed. And there's someone down there that looks like the son of the gods. We would say this is Jesus, pre-incarnate Christ. He shows up. He protects them. It's complete miraculous saving. Here's what I want you to see in life. Sometimes God saves us, right? But that's not always the case. We know of many faithful Christians who have died for refusing to worship the statue or follow the world. In all of this thing, what I want you to hear and understand is God will take care of you. Maybe he takes care of you, you die, and you go to be with him in heaven forever. Maybe he saves you in a miraculous way. Either way, in these situations, we trust God. And I guess at that point, if you're here and you're watching and you're listening, if you've never trusted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, understand that Jesus is the one who can walk with you through the fire. He's the one who can save you and protect you. He's the one that can be with you and take all your burdens away. But you have to trust him in his death on the cross, and then he'll save you. Would you do that today?